What's going on? This is your boy Jimmy Fair with the Fair Response, and this is my 2 cents. Now, if you're a fan of the Fair Response, you know that I would have to respond to this particular incident. I saw it briefly on CNN, and so I made it my business today when I got home from work. It's about 12 o'clock to put my opinion on this. First and foremost, what did the ambulance driver or the ambulance team member do to first of all get pulled over? I mean, don't we give ambulance drivers the kind of leeway to drive at high speeds, especially when there is a person that is sick or something has happened? First of all, you really don't know if they're going to the scene of an incident or coming or rushing back to the hospital, which makes this an even more preposterous situation to be pulled over by a trooper. Now, mind you, like I said, I don't even know why the ambulance was pulled over. I don't know if he ran a red light or he was speeding, or he flicked the officer off or something. And on top of that, don't the ambulance, and if you look at the video, you see on the video that the ambulance has a two-way, not two-way, but a walk, whatever them things are called, and I know the police officer does. So there was no way to get in contact with each other while you're driving and let somebody know, like, look, we have a sick lady in the hospital. Not in the hospital, in the ambulance. We're taking her to the hospital, and we need to get there as quick as we can. This makes no sense. And now the ambulance driver gets jacked up, not necessarily because he broke a law, not necessarily because he was speeding, cursing, or slurring at the officer, but because the ambulance driver is trying to do his job, which that county pays the ambulance driver to do, and take this lady to the hospital. And so this guy is standing up first and foremost for being an ambulance driver, and standing up for his job and saying, look, bro, you need to let me go do my job. And then they almost pepper spray the dude. I'm surprised they didn't Rodney King the guy. That makes no sense. This just, I'm not trying to bring color into this or any type of race into this, but you could see the difference between the way the officer at first talks to the white guy and how he talks to the black dude when he comes around the side. The guy with the little shades on says, or the guy with the hat on says, you're under arrest. What is the guy under arrest for? Being black? Is he under arrest for running a red light or not stopping, a rolling stop at a stoplight? What did this guy do wrong for him to be arrested except drive an ambulance to get somebody sick to the hospital? So that's just crazy. Another thing I wanted to figure out, I'm trying to really understand, is it was by some stroke of luck that the guy who has the camera had a camera to record this. So now you got this, and then I'm thinking the lady in the ambulance is, at least sick to the point where she really can't get to the doctor. The next thing I know, when they start scuffling, she's screaming. So what's wrong with her? She got a broken foot or something? I mean, I'm not trying to say that her situation was not, serious, but I don't know, what did he didn't have his lights on? I mean, he's in an ambulance truck. I mean, first and foremost, once you pull the guy over and you find out that there was somebody with them, obviously there's somebody with them, because there's another vehicle behind the truck, behind the ambulance truck. Somebody's filming, so obviously they are being told that somebody's in the ambulance. How stupid are the police officers? Did they suspect the guy had weed, or did they suspect the guy had hijacked the ambulance? If that was the case, you could see his shirt that he was not necessarily a person that was hijacking something. I mean, why did you pull this guy over? Which is something that I really would like to know. Was it sheer stupidness? I mean, what in the parameters of any traffic violation did this ambulance do to be pulled over in the first place? I mean, to be honest, I think it was, if we really wanted to take it to the race level, I think it may have been something to do with racial profiling. He's a big black guy in an ambulance speeding, so let's pull him over to see what's going on. Anyway, still makes no sense to me. Then you have the lady's husband, who, if it was me, I wouldn't have been that cool. They'd have put me in handcuffs and threw me in the back of the car. As soon as the ambulance stopped, I'd have first cursed out the ambulance driver. Then I wouldn't start cursing out the police officers, because I'm like, look, my family member, my wife, is in the back of this ambulance. You can get to the hospital, and I swear to God, I'm gonna have both of y'all's jobs. And if you touch me, I'm gonna have your jobs, your pension, and everything else. That would have been me. And I was like, lay one finger on me, and I'm gonna have your job, your pension, and your child's education. Don't play with me. Get back in this truck and let's go down the line. That would have been me. Because I'm like, I'm calling my lawyer right now, and when I get through suing y'all, because I'm like, there's no reason for them to pull over. Just like the incident that happened a few months back, where the person in the van pulls into the hospital, and the officer detains the guy. His mother is near death, and he's trying to get into the hospital to see his mother. Something's obviously up. Common sense would tell me at this particular point in time that something is up. The guy is driving to a hospital. He's trying to get out of the car into the hospital. He tells you, look, my mother's on her deathbed, or my mother is sick, she's here, or my wife's mother is here. We're trying to get in before it gets worse to find out what's going on. Instead of the officer using common human sense, the officer actually he gives in to his ignorance level and detains the guy for minutes. The guy makes it just in time to say goodbye to his mother as his mother dies. Why couldn't the officer detain the guy while walking the guy into the hospital to make sure that something was going down before he tried to detain the guy, write the guy a ticket? It doesn't make any sense. Are these police officers that stupid? Come on. Anyway, this is your boy Jimmy for the Fair Response. This is my 2 cents. It was actually my $7 and some odd cent, because that's how long the video went. If you like the Fair Response, please follow your boy on twitter.com/the Fair Response, and please go to thefairresponse.com. Check out some of the blogs, any and everything on there, blogs, live stream, videos that I've done, everything. So go to thefairresponse.com and holler at your boy. Deuces.